what's going on, guys? I hope you're all doing well. Today we're going to be taking a nostalgic trip back to Donkey Kong Country. DKC is one of those games for me, man, where like no matter what's going on in my life, no matter what day of the week it is, it's just, you know, it's one of those comfort games for me. Between the soundtrack, the graphics, the gameplay, there's something about this game where, you know, call it nostalgic, because it most certainly is. Donkey Kong Country was literally the first game that I ever played. I played it on the SNES for the first time when I was 3 years old. And let me tell you, ever since that moment, it's always been one of my favorites. It's always been super nostalgic for me, and you know, it doesn't matter how much time passes, I will always return to this game. That goes for a lot of like those classic platformers from the SNES era. They're truly timeless. I'm not kidding when I say I literally know this game like the back of my hand. Like when it comes to all like the secrets in the levels, the hidden pathways, all the extra balloons and bananas and stuff, I got this whole game down to a T. Honestly, I know this is a hot take because, you know, I know a lot of people's favorites from the original DKC trilogy would be DKC 2, but again, it's most definitely probably a nostalgia thing, but there's just something about the first game where it's always been my favorite, you know, just Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong going on this adventure. There's just something about the vibes to this whole thing. This whole game just, you know, just oozes with that atmosphere. You start the game out in that upbeat jungle, and then as the game goes on, you get further and further away from home, and the name Donkey Kong Country really settles in, because you're basically going like across the country by the end of the game. You go from these jungles to the snowy mountains, and then it gets to that one point in the game, right, where like you're in the snowy mountains, and the music, it's like, it goes from being the upbeat, like jungle beats that you hear at the beginning of the game to more of that just like, you have a problem, my X button, you know, the one that I used to run, it keeps getting stuck. This has never happened to me before, but yeah, this kind of, it's literally just stuck in the controller right now. I mean, I guess I could play with Y and B instead, right, because I've been playing X and A to like run and jump, so I could do like Y and B. Okay, we have a genuine dilemma. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, the button won't come unstuck. Okay, hopefully everything's working as intended now. It feels really weird playing with Y and B, but at least things actually work now. But anyway, as I was saying, that snowy part of the game has always been one of my favorites, because that's when it really settles in, or that's when it, like, you know, it really hits you. It's like, oh, okay, like, we're really far from home now, and you're like going, and it gets really hard to see, and then, you know, the snowstorm's coming in. Again, it's all about that atmosphere. Then you go to those factories towards the end of the game, and then, oh my gosh, then the final boss. Oh, one of my favorite final bosses in any platformer period. It's not too like brutally challenging in a way that's like, okay, this is total BS, but like, you know, it's still challenging enough to be like, okay, I gotta focus up now. DKC is one of those games where, you know, if there was ever an argument for video games being art, this is definitely one of the ones that I would point to. Some of the other ones being like Dark Souls, obviously. But let's not forget just how revolutionary these graphics were at the time. The way that they took 3D renders and then turned them into sprites, like, that was literally genius. Now, before I keep gushing about this game, let's just take a moment. I'll be quiet. I'm gonna let the music go, and we're just gonna have a moment together. I got hit. This song honestly gets me really emotional. It gets me in that really reflective mood, you know what I mean? Where you just start like contemplating life and just overthinking everything, or it's just, oh man, it's so good. I'll be completely transparent for a moment. Anytime that I'm feeling stressed out or down or just overwhelmed, this is one of the soundtracks that I go to, or one of the songs that I go to every single time. You know, I know a lot of other people, you know, they have like songs that they go to, and for me personally, in recent times, you know, while I still do listen to, like, you know, normal music or whatever, I guess, like, whenever I'm going through some stuff, more times than not, as of lately, I found myself just gravitating towards, like, video game OSTs, and this is one of the main ones that I go to. The other one being that existential crisis-inducing water level OST from Mario 64. Y'all know the one I'm talking about, but that one is so good as well. If I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what my goal was with this video. I mean, like, I don't even know why I'm necessarily making this video right now. I guess it's just one of those things where I really love this game, and I just, you know, I wanted to show some appreciation for it, because it really is one of my comfort games, and the more the time passes and the older I get, it's just, there's something about this game where no matter what happens, I guess maybe it's also because, you know, this was like the first video game that I ever played. So there's some of those memories that are tied to it that kind of like help ground me and, you know, like reel me back in whenever I'm, you know, kind of feeling out of it. But I don't know, it really is one of those things where it's like, I don't even know if I can necessarily even describe in words just exactly what this game means to me, you know? Another game that I can definitely say that about would be like Resident Evil 4. That's another one where it's like, words could never describe exactly what that game means to me, what that game has done for me. It's just, it's such an amazing game. There's honestly a lot of games for me where my memories and the things that the game has gotten me through are just important to me as like the game and, you know, just like the gameplay itself, if that makes any sense. It's part of like how people feel with Minecraft, right? Like we all know Minecraft is an amazing game, but like, you know, like 50% of what you think of when you play Minecraft is like your memories and the nostalgia tied to it. Like for some people it might even be all that you think about when you think about a game like Minecraft. I messed up, but hey, it's fine. See, we reeled it back in. I'm a professional. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We're at the first boss fight. Are you guys ready for this? I don't think you guys are ready for this. It's one of the hardest boss fights in all of gaming. Oh no, he's getting a little bit faster. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it, guys. Okay, he's turning around. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, okay, you know what? I'm actually messing up a little bit. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. He's so difficult. He's so difficult. He's moving so fast. Oh no. Oh, is that it? Oh. I won. Yeah, the boss fights in DKC won. And honestly, for a lot of like the original DKC games, they're pretty easy. Oh yes, the first mine level. You know, these are infamous, but maybe I'm just a masochist, but I actually like these levels. One of my favorites being that one towards the end of the game where like you have to jump between the platforms like as they're moving. So you jump on one and it'll like move you in one direction, then you jump on another, it takes you to another direction. And then there's like another one where it's like that same concept, but it's like timed. Like that one. That's one of my favorite levels, not only in this game but platformer history period. I know it can be challenging on a first playthrough, but like I love it. I always love the animal buddies in DKC as well, man. It adds so much charm and personality to the game. I definitely want to hear from you guys down below. Like out of any 2D platformer, whether it be, you know, from the SNES, whether it be like a newer one, what is your favorite 2D platformer of all time? I'm really interested to see, because, you know, there's obviously a lot of 2D platformers out there. We got like Mega Man, Mario, Donkey Kong, a lot of the newer ones, like the revamped Rayman games. So yeah, I'm really interested to see. What are your guys' favorite 2D platformers or just 2D platformer? For me, I personally couldn't make a list. I'd probably have to make like a top 10 or something like that. Another one of my comfort games is Kirby's Dream Land on the GBA. You can literally beat that game in like, what, like 20, 30 minutes maybe? But, oh man, it's just, it's such a fun, wholesome game through and through. Kirby is just one of my, not just comfort games, but comfort franchises as well. Like, if I'm stressed out and I really need a game to chillax to, but I still want to at least use some of my brain power, then yeah, Kirby is one of the ones that I'll go to, like, each and every single time. I absolutely adore Kirby games. Between like the vibes and the soundtrack, it's just, man, it's so happy. Shoot. Good. Okay. Okay. Is that all you got? Shh. You know. I knew that was gonna, I always mistime that one. Pro gamer. Anyways, yeah, again, I don't really know what this video was. This was just, I don't know, me wanting to get a little nostalgic and gush about a game that I absolutely adore. Now I definitely want to hear from you guys. Do you guys have, you know, any similar memories to this game? Are you guys like me where this was literally your first game of all time? Did you not discover it until recently? Did you discover it later on? Have you ever even played this game? Have you ever even heard of it? I wouldn't be surprised if like some people from the new generation haven't even heard of some of these older games. Whatever it is, whatever thing, and I'd definitely love to hear from you guys. If you guys are down for some like more videos like this, just let me know. I always love making videos like this where I get to just, you know, hop on a random game that I love and just kind of talk and gush about it for a bit. So if you guys are down with the content like this, I love to make content like it more often. But anyway, as always, a massive shout out, thank you to all the Patrons and channel members. Thank you to all of you in the low baller tier. New bigger shout out, thank you to all of you in the big baller tier. Middle Alaskan Ambi, Daddy Maddie, and the biggest shout out, thank you to all of you in the G tier. Run Avengers on the Cheese Girl. Thank you guys so much. You guys are literal legends. I love you. Thank you guys for watching. Have an amazing day. Stay beautiful. I love you all. Peace.